Hi, Ash Popat here from ashpopat.com. Today we're going to be covering the final part of our Finding Your Ideal Customer series. It is about a Facebook audience insight tool. There will be a lot of information again, so I'm going to crack on as quickly as possible. I'm going to start off by sharing my screen here so you can also see what I am looking at. There we go. And I'm also already into the Facebook Adverts Manager platform. Now, to access this platform, it is a free platform. Everything in there is free. However, you will need to have at least one fan page. And when you go, if you create your adverts manager, if you go to there, you will need to create an ad where you'll be required to give them either your debit card or credit card information. Go through, create your first ad. The ad is not really relevant at this point because the moment you create it, you will cancel it. And it should not cost you anything. If anything at all, it may cost you a few pennies. But once you do that, you open up this platform behind Facebook where you can create your adverts. Now, I will go into a lot more detail in later videos in how to use this platform effectively, how to be able to track how well you're doing with your advertising and how to optimize that advertising. But what we're actually interested in today is once you have this set up, what you need to do is go to this top section in the top left, where it says Adverts Manager, and you open up all tools, and under your plan tab it will have Audience Insights. Now, this gives you information about the people on Facebook, and when you load it up, you will be asked a question. And I'm just waiting for it to load up. I seem to be having issues with my internet connection today. Of everyone on Facebook or people connected to your page. For this, as we're creating, as we're trying to use it to develop ideas about our ideal customer, we're going to look at this section here, which is everyone on Facebook. Now, as you see, that comes up and that brings up the standard is all of United States. Now, if the business you're running is in United States, yeah, great place to start. But what I'm going to do is we're going to be looking at the United Kingdom. So if you just change that over to the United Kingdom, you will see this number at the top changes. So there's 35 to 40 million monthly active people in the United Kingdom that use Facebook. Now, if you have a look at the demographics section here, it's quite an even split. You've got 52% women to 48% men. The strongest age group seems to be the 25 to 44. If we wanted to branch that out a bit, we could say it was 18 to 54, but that seems to be the strongest area. Now, also, it does give you a lot more information here about their relationship status. Most people on Facebook are married. They most seem to have a university education, and it gives you different job titles here. But this information is not what we're looking for to start off with, because what we want to do is try and find that ideal customer. We're going to keep going down this vegan food range, the vegan recipe, the vegan lifestyle that we've discussed in previous videos. So we're going to keep going down that path at the moment. So what we would do is in this section here, we would leave all of these blank because we want to see, we don't want to make guesses on what the information Facebook are going to come back with. We just want to see what they know. So we would type in vegan. And you can see there's all these places below which are about being vegan. So what we'll do is we'll type that veganism. So now we've selected veganism. We've noticed that number at the top has changed from I believe up to 40 million. Now we've come down to 3 million to 3.5 million. So this is people who on their profile have said they're interested in veganism. Now we'll see that these demographics have changed and we are much stronger in it's much stronger, much more weighted to females in this area than it is to male. You now have the 78% women to 22% men. We can also see that the age ranges have also changed. So we've got 18 to probably 34 is our probably strongest areas, and that accounts for both male and female. Now, also, can you see that little grey box behind the actual blue box? Now, the blue box is the number of people who are interested in veganism in that age bracket. The grey box behind it is the average Facebook user. So where you can see we are generally stronger is that age group, is the 18 to 34. On average, more people in that age group are interested in veganism than are on Facebook. So if I was starting to formulate this plan in my head, I would be maybe looking at that 18 to 35 range. We had other information that said that the average reader of one of the vegan magazines was around that 35-year-old age bracket. So maybe that is where we would start to look. And then we'd also notice the changes here. They're more likely to be single and in a relationship than they are to be married, which is a bit of a change. And then they're more likely to be in university and have a postgraduate degree. Now, what we do as well is we can have a look, and these are the job titles that they put. So if you're trying to think of, well, what sort of job could my ideal customer be in, I would look at where it has these compare statistics, and look for generally these green numbers up here. They're more likely to be in food and restaurant, they're more likely to be in healthcare and medical services, and community and social services, and also in sales. So this gives you an idea of who your target audience are. We can have a look at this page like section. These are also the other groups that they would like, the pages they like. So this gives you more information. You've got the Body Shop, you've got Benefit Cosmetics. I will be going through this section in far more detail and the affinity score down here, which is fantastically useful when trying to find your target audience when you're actually running your Facebook ad. But at the moment, we're just trying to look for information, and this is a great place to start. Their top categories that they like are places like IKEA, Krispy Kreme donuts, because everyone loves Krispy Kreme donuts. And then we can have a look at locations and where they're more likely to be based. This again is based on the average Facebook user to the people who say they're like veganism, or they like veganism on their profile. So in Dundee, in Hereford, in Hove, the average person that likes veganism outweighs that of the rest of the UK. So if I wanted to maybe run a local program, I would maybe look at one of these and have a look and see what sort of results they give. And this is the activity tab, and this is quite useful too, because again, they're more likely to like a page. This is pages liked, so this gives you an idea that they're more likely to like a page than the average Facebook user. So if we're going to try and get people to engage with our posts, they're more likely to do so. They're more likely to comment, they're more likely to like posts, they're more likely to share posts than they are, and they're all more likely to click on adverts, which is fantastic. If I'm an advertiser in this area, they're far more likely to click on adverts. So this is also giving me confidence. It's also helping me build an idea in my head of who we can approach. So then we also have this section here is which devices they use to access the internet, access Facebook. We're just going to see what other information. You see these two information parts at the end. These are really quite useful when you're looking at US audiences because it gives you far more information. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these out here and I'm going to add in the United States just to show you how those two sections work. So now these two sections are now available. We may see, look, the demographic has changed. We're still stronger in the younger demographics. Not so much, not as strong as we were, but we are still quite strong in those areas. But this household information starts giving you the average estimated, and I bear in mind it is estimated because this information is provided by third parties, estimated household income of people in that area and whether they're likely to either rent their home or own their home, the market value of their home, the household size, so 1, 2, 3, so that could be a single person, maybe a married couple, a married couple with one child, married couple with two children, so on and so forth. And this is also their spending habits. How do they like to spend money? Do they primarily use cash or is it by credit card? Are they active online spenders? So this is also very helpful information. And then we have this purchase history. And bear in mind, Facebook have what they call pixels, and I will come back to covering pixels, but Facebook have tracking code on a large majority of websites you visit online. So they have far better idea of what you're doing than purely what you just do on Facebook. Facebook know far more about you than you actually know, to be honest, because they will have these pixels loaded in quite a few websites. A lot of websites have these pixels already on them, and they'll be able to feed back data to Facebook to let you know what actions you're taking. So these are purchase behaviors. So the estimated retail spending of these US consumers and their online purchases, and whether these are classed as low, medium, or high. And then you also have what products they're spending the money in. So this could give you some really good, it also gives you what market you'd be in for your next vehicle. This is how Facebook has data points on all of us, and they assign these characteristics to us, and well, based on your internet search history as well as the usage of Facebook and what pages you like, what pages you visit, they develop an idea of you as a person, and they assign these characteristics to you. So someone who's interested in veganism is more likely to buy a hybrid or alternative fuel vehicle next. But like I say, we're not actually too concerned, but I just wanted to show you those two sections. So if your business is going to is targeting consumers in the US, you have these extra bits here that aren't available in the United Kingdom. They're not actually available in anywhere outside the United States at the moment. I'm not sure if they plan to change that at some point. Bear in mind, one caveat, Facebook change a lot and they do change quickly. So what I show you today may not be the same tomorrow, but it's usually, the information is sometimes there and it's usually quite easy to find. So now we're going back to this demographic section, so we can use that to build an idea of what our ideal customer looks like. We can add other vegan areas too here. If we just, like, now you can see I added Go Vegan, so we've now got the two here. We've now got Go Vegan and veganism. Now we can remove veganism. So Go Vegan, you see the monthly active users has dropped drastically, but the things that remain the same are they're still stronger with women than they are with men, about the same percentage. The age groups are still stronger in the 18 to 35 than they are with the other age groups. We found the same with veganism. more than likely everyone who's liked veganism is probably on this Go Vegan page. So let's have a look and see. We have the Vegan Society, and again we have another 200 to 250,000. This is this is stronger in the women than the previous two. The other two were in their high 70s. This is in the low 80s, and again the age range is very, very similar. So what I would be thinking based on that information is, if I'm going to target people on Facebook with my vegan recipes, my vegan cookbooks, my vegan services, whatever product it is that I'm going to be looking to target, and I'm doing that through Facebook, I would be looking to target women. And I would be looking to target women in that age group. But bear in mind, men are also in that age group quite strong for that area. So maybe you may find that all your competitors are actually are targeting women. So maybe if you targeted the men, and this is something that you can test, something with what they call a split test. And again, the split test I will go into in more detail in later videos, but maybe this is what you want to do. Maybe you'll find that your actual cost per purchase, you're more profitable in that area because no one else is using that area as much. Now the top countries, it also has a breakdown of the languages. Obviously English is the most common there, but here, even with the Vegan Society, we've got some of the same cities, Brighton and Hove, Bath and Hove, that we saw earlier. And this could be an idea, as if we're doing something locally, if we want to target a local area, then maybe one of these areas would be the best place to start. The activity ranges are still there, the device usage, we still have all this information. However, what we're really concerned with is this demographic information here. What I'm going to do is just throw it in golf. Now, my understanding would be that it's mainly men, and that's coming to show through there. But I would have expected it to be someone of a higher age range that is interested in golf. Where it seems between 25 and 34, between men and women, is quite strong for that golf niche, that golf area. So that is probably something I would look at too. If I was looking at targeting golf, I may look at targeting men. To be fair, the numbers aren't as drastically different as it was with the vegan. Obviously, the vegan was weighted far more to women than it is to men. This isn't doing that as much. So I would look maybe at that age range to see whether that's where my most profitable group of clients is, when we're not trying to target this whole range of people. What we do is we find our easiest audience to start off with, and then we build from there. So our easiest audience would probably be that one there. I'm just going to go back to the vegan, because I did say that was the, we have vegan nutrition. And again, every time you change one of these, you see the number at the top changes. But what we're looking at is for correlations. We're looking for similarities. So then we know, and we can continue to realize that what we're building is an idea in our head of what this ideal customer looks like. Now, I originally spoke of Megan, who was my ideal customer. I said she'd be just out of university, so she would be somewhere in that age bracket. And the data that Facebook is giving me is that actually this is quite true. Now, do bear in mind, Facebook data is very strong, because we give Facebook far more information than we would give anyone else. We willingly give Facebook information that we wouldn't give anyone else. So we do find that this information we can gather from Facebook is far stronger than most things that we can find. Now let's just look at vegan recipes. Yes, the numbers drop slightly. You can see it's still far more weighted to the men. The age range changes slightly, with it being from 25 to 44. That seems to be a bit stronger. but it's still, you still got the same similar demographic. It's stronger in women, and the ideal range is that 25 to 34. So what I'm going to do is show you one last one. Let's pick vegan.com. Yep, there we go. And again, we're finding exactly the same information. The same information is being shown, that it's the stronger demographic is in the female demographic. We're looking at anywhere between 18 to 44. Generally, 18 to 34 is the strongest market. And that's the information that we look to gather from Facebook to give us an idea of what our ideal customer looks like. Now, by putting all these things together, I'm now going to stop sharing this. I'm just going to come back to myself. I'm going to lose those again. By using the information that we've gathered, by using those 5 steps that we originally spoke about, by looking at their goals and their values, the demographics we believe there are, moving on to use the media kits for publications in that area to see what good information, helpful information we can find there, and then moving on to use the free Facebook Audience Insight tool, you should now have that picture of your ideal customer. You should now have that picture of your target customer, which we're going to build on going forward. Now, the next video, I'm probably going to go into your sales funnel. I'm not too sure, because I know these last few videos have been very information heavy. So we may veer off that course for a day or two, but I will let you know tomorrow. Do stay tuned. I do like, comment and share these videos. Do subscribe to my Facebook, YouTube channel as well. Do like my Facebook page. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you found this helpful. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.